Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. So for today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys some tips and tricks if you have super oily skin. This is going to be great if you have combination skin, oily skin. You're gonna need to hear this. So if you guys are interested in this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you want more tips and tricks and hacks for us oily skin gals and guys out there, combination skin guys and gals out there, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe before you go if you do like what you see. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. First tip that I'm going to tell you guys that I hope that you already do is you want to make sure you always moisturize your skin. This is super important. Even if you are oily, you want to make sure to always moisturize your skin, because the more dehydrated your skin is, the more oil it's actually going to produce. So definitely be sure to moisturize. Never skip this step, because if you do, you're going to be even more oily. I didn't know that a few years ago. I thought that I'm super oily, I shouldn't be using any hydrating products. That is wrong. You want to make sure that your skin is super hydrated, because if it is, it's going to produce less oil. So a second tip is you always want to use a primer water. Primer water is super important, and I have noticed that when I use primer water, it kind of has two different effects. So I'll talk about the first thing is that it kind of adds another barrier to your makeup. So it's another barrier for your oils to peek through, delaying the process of your oils actually peeking through. And it also hydrates your skin. Again, we have to get back to hydrating our skin. Even though we're oily, our skin needs hydration. Sometimes our skin is super oily because it's actually really dehydrated. So it provides hydration to your skin. And the third part, which I actually really enjoy, because we are oily, we're actually using a lot of powder products, and a lot of powder products can make our skin look really dry. It can kind of take away the moisture, and it just looks really cakey and really heavy. Primer water actually prevents that. If you use primer water and your skin is super hydrated, then you put on your foundation, you put on your makeup, all that stuff, then it's actually going to look a little bit more natural, which is what I feel like we're all looking for when we use makeup. Those are the three benefits of primer water. Primer water is essential. So third thing is blotting papers are your friend. So I usually carry blotting papers literally in every single one of my purses. I keep a blotting little stack at my office because I literally need to use it. I get super oily, so something that I always recommend is carrying blotting papers on you. When you do have your oils peeking through, all you have to do is just take the little blotting paper. I just did my makeup, so I'm not oily at all, but you just take the little blotting paper and then press it right up against your skin. And then when you do that, that's actually going to soak up some of your oils, and it's going to make your makeup look like you just did it. It's also going to help make your makeup look a little bit less cakey, because oils aren't like pouring through, and it's not going to interfere with your makeup. It's not going to rub off your makeup. NYX has a really good one that's super affordable. I've also used the Harmon version of that, and that one's really good. They don't interrupt your makeup at all, which is essential if you are touching up during the day or anything like that. So another important step is you want to avoid any drying skincare products. So I have a few cleansers that when I use them, it actually feels like I'm stripping my skin. Anything that has like really high alcohol dries out your skin, and we're just getting back to the basics. The more dehydrated your skin is, the more oily you're gonna get. That is key. I feel like I'm gonna say that throughout the whole entire video because it is so important. So definitely stay away from anything that has alcohol. The more alcohol in the product, the more drying it is on the skin. And I found that for myself, when my skin is super dry, when I was over washing it, over like exfoliating it and stuff like that, I actually broke out even more. Just try not to dry out your skin so much, because if you do, I broke out like really quick from it. So I try to always make sure that I'm not using any drying skincare products. Another tip that I have is stay hydrated. So I usually drink 64 plus ounces of water a day, and I've noticed that my skin really loves that. My skin just feels very hydrated. I feel like I'm not as oily. You're kind of working from the inside out when you do this. So this is like an old wise tale, I guess. I don't think there's any scientific like proof against it, but for me and then other people that I've talked to who have super oily skin, is actually really essential to go ahead and hydrate yourself, because again, the more hydrated, I'm pretty sure you guys can finish the sentence, the more hydrated, the more your skin is going to be hydrated. Another thing that I said that I would talk about is setting spray. So I have a few good setting sprays. I could do another video for setting sprays for oily combination skin. If you guys want that, definitely leave me a comment down below. But basically, setting spray is another barrier. Some setting sprays, like I love the Urban Decay De-Slick one. That is like my all-time favorite. I love the Smashbox weightless one. That one's also really good. NYX Matte is really good. Like there are just so many good setting sprays for us oily skin guys and girls out there that also helps keep your makeup look a little bit more natural, again less cakey, because it's melting all of that powder together. That some of the products actually have ingredients in it that actually makes your skin look less oily, which is essential. So the Urban Decay De-Slick, I literally swear by it. It is so good. So if you guys have not tried that one, go ahead and give that a try. It's again like another barrier too. So your skin is peeking through all these barriers, and you know, another tip that I actually really swear by is use a damp beauty blender or beauty sponge when you apply any powder. That is essential, because when it's damp, it picks up the powder a little bit better, and then you can really press it into your skin to really mattify your skin. That is probably the only way I do my powder. I literally always press it in. I find that my face just looks a little bit more matte, my pores look a little bit more filled. That's something I swear by. It works. Another tip that I actually learned about 2 years ago is that if you are using a powder and you want to make sure that you got everywhere, if you like touch your face, it should all feel like the same. So it shouldn't feel sticky or tacky or anything. It should all feel the same. It should all feel very like velvety smooth. So that's just one tip, but I would have to say always use a beauty blender. I like to pack on my powder just so I stay as oil free as long as possible. So another important tip is you want to exfoliate, but the key is you don't want to over exfoliate. Over exfoliating is actually really bad for your skin. If you use any exfoliants that have harsh ingredients in it like walnuts, that is horrible for your skin. That's actually going to damage your skin because it creates little tears. So you want to go in with a soft exfoliant. I love the Dermalogica one. That one is amazing. But you want to exfoliate at least 2 to 3 times a week. That is going to help your pores look a little bit better. It's going to get off all that dead skin, so all of the products can apply really well on your skin. And then it also just kind of brightens up your skin because you're getting rid of all that dead skin. So you want to exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week, get all that gunk out there. So it's really important to exfoliate. Do not exfoliate more than 3 times a week, because that is going to cause some damage. Use a micro exfoliant, daily exfoliant. I know the Dermalogica daily micro exfoliant, and that one I actually really do enjoy. That one's more of a powder, and then you apply a few drops of water in it, and then perfect. And then another thing is you want to avoid overwashing. So this is going to bring me back to that story that I was talking about. I was overwashing my face. I was drying out my face. You do not want to strip your face of all of the oils that you do have, because that's actually going to damage your skin. It is going to break you out. Like literally, I was going to the dermatologist. I was washing my face morning and night using all of like these products. And it turns out I was actually stripping my skin from its natural oils, and that is horrible. You always want to make sure you're not stripping your skin, because our skin does need a little bit of oil. It needs to stay hydrated, you know? I was breaking out. I was breaking out so bad. I still have to do my acne story, but I was breaking out so bad. And once I stopped overwashing my face just looked so much better. And when I told my dermatologist, she was like, oh my God, you were stripping your skin. You didn't feel your skin was really tight. And I was like, I thought it just meant my skin was really clean. No, that's actually really bad for your skin. Make sure that you are not overwashing. If you find that a lot of the products are making your skin feel tight, try different products, or try cutting back how often you wash. Maybe do it like every morning and then every other night, you know? Try to play around with your skincare and find out what's best for you. I'm not saying don't take off your makeup. With your makeup, you always want to like double cleanse, make sure it's all off. Do not overwash your face and strip it. So I swear by Dermalogica. Dermalogica has really helped my skin. Not sponsored by Dermalogica, but it has really helped my skin, and I feel like it transformed my skin, and it does not strip my skin, which is like so important to me. If you guys have any like skincare questions or anything like that, definitely leave me a comment comment down below and I will get back to you. I'm not like a dermatologist or anything like that, but when it comes to acne and oils and stuff, I find that I've kind of been through it. Like my skin went through it really, really bad, and it was on my YouTube journey, and I'm very fortunate that I was able to kind of narrow it down, go on the medication, not Accutane, and kind of just clear up my skin a little bit. So overwashing my face definitely had some really bad effects for me. The next little tip that I actually want to talk about is hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is actually really important for your skin. Hyaluronic acid is a serum, and I usually use the Ordinary. It's like 12 bucks for the big one. The small one is like 7 bucks, so pretty affordable. You can get it at Sephora, you can get it at Ulta. A lot of skincare products actually have hyaluronic acid in it, but it is so important that hyaluronic acid actually draws the serum and the water into your skin, so your skin really gets that nice quenched feeling, which is super important. Again, if your skin is on the hydrated side, the less oily it's gonna get. Then also hyaluronic acid helps with like fine lines. It kind of just makes your skin look a little bit brighter, helps with like wrinkles, like all that stuff. I find it super important. I literally use it morning and at night, and I'm oily, but I still use it in the morning. It does not make me feel oily or greasy or anything like that. It just really hydrates my skin, and I have noticed that if I don't use it, my skin is like, I need it. So it is just actually really, really important. I feel like I actually do have a lot of tips and tricks for us oily skin, combination skin guys and girls out there. So there will probably be a part 2. Let me know if you guys do want a part 2, but I hope that these tips were helpful for you guys. If they were, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe before you go if you did like what you see. And if you guys again have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below for me and I will answer them for you guys. But I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next video. Bye.